Like the flow of the tides, like the shifting of the seasons, the popular movie genre of the day is always subject to change. Horror had sailed through most of the 1940s with a constant degree of success, but just like the late 30s, the genre came to a sudden, crashing halt. Unlike the 1930s, however, it is not so easy to place the blame on rising censorships in cinema. After the war, horror simply fell out of fashion for the time. The imagery of imposing shadows and mysterious figures naturally transferred over to the noir genre, which was enjoying its peak. Audiences had become more in favour of Bogart than Boggarts. Some of these noir thrillers retain elements of horror, toning down the crime angles and instead honing in on dark psychological flesh. One such film released in 1947, titled The Red House, a tale of spooky woods and a creepy abandoned farmhouse, family melodrama, teen romance, guns, and a very secretive buried past that threatens to be unearthed. The Red House stars Edward G. Robinson and is the first film from his very short-lived production company. Robinson plays Pete Morgan, an aging farmer with a wooden leg who starts to need a little help around the farm. He and his sister, played by Judith Anderson, hire a strapping young lad to assist them, much to the delight of their adopted daughter Meg. Poor Meg. Rumours have been circulating through the small town. Dodgy rumours about the Morgans. Twisted rumours about Meg's real parents. But that's all bored gossip and slander, Pete insists. Meg believes him, and I don't blame her. She's got enough on her plate already being adopted by Little Caesar and Mrs. Danvers. Christ. No. For the most part, the adoptive parents seem rather lovely. That is, until the new farmhand Nath wants to take a shortcut home through the Oxhead Woods. Now, the film becomes a drinking game. Drink every time someone says Oxhead Woods, and waterfall every time Edward G. Robinson loses his shit. Christ. He rants and he raves about the screams with Callie on the wind. The woods aren't safe. He lost his leg there, and so on and so forth. In his defense, it is pitch black and really fucking windy. I would take the long way round 10 times out of 10, but then again, I never could match the plucky courage of young farmhand Nath. Naturally, this ignites an unquenchable thirst in the younglings, as it becomes more and more apparent that the Morgans have something dreadful to hide. A word of warning, this film shares the plodding pace of a relaxed tortoise, which both works in the film's favour and against it. The first act is particularly effective in this regard. The slow introductions to the landscape, the characters, the dramas, all perfectly emulate the feel of small-town America that surrounds this film. It gives you a chance to soak in the quiet life, which is instrumental in sharing the characters' late reluctance to break the mold and stir up any trouble. The writer and director, Delmer Daves, would go on to direct a string of popular westerns after this, including Broken Arrow, The Hanging Tree, and 3:10 to Yuma. The setting and pace of The Red House in a way feels like a warm-up to the director's long affair within the western genre. Alternatively, the middle section of the film has a tendency to repeat itself, which sadly keys you into the film's great mysteries. A good 15 minutes could be easily trimmed away, keep audiences engaged before the exciting and memorable climax, which, if you investigate the subtext behind the frame, is pretty fucked up. The Red House is public domain and free to watch basically everywhere, so seek it out if you're in the mood for some psychological doohickey and a standout performance from Edward G. Robinson.